I realized
Today,
is week 5,
from
game
Arrowhead
number 5
Stadium
of the
in
2021
Kansas
NFL
City,
season. It is between
this is
the
the
Las
National
Vegas
Football
Raiders
League.
going up against the Kansas City Chiefs. We are at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Now let us go and see the live TV.
We'll see Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs taking on Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders. From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders. Bitter rivals going back to their AFL days in the 1960s. The Chiefs and Raiders are underway. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here in his first possession. The quarterback out of Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
They often say you can't force situations. You just have to let them happen organically, and that's exactly what happened in Kansas City as Patrick Mahomes took over the quarterback and has become the face of the franchise in the NFL as we now move into the 101st season. 4th year in the league, already has an MVP, a Super Bowl title, and a Super Bowl MVP on his resume. 3 huge games in the postseason last year, 10 touchdowns, just 2 interceptions, and 2 more on the ground. He just keeps getting better and better. And every time you watch him play, you want to see more.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And no, incomplete. Well, they took a shot there on the first play, trying to start it out with a bang. But it's second down.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run here with the former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10, but probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 30 before being taken down. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle on a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run after the initial point of contact and they'll go deep.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Nevin Lawson with a pick. The 30, 10, and the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You bring back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, But multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception. Teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
Too many syllables.
You want to get it right then go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good return is only stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position and throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help them a little bit, but maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell, and he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. He was brought down by Malik Collins.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Working from the gun, Mahomes gets this one to Hill, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Looking downfield for Kels, but that's not at the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 35.
We always talk about the get paid off the play. That we got caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job of the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he's brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Not the kind of game we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of game that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
From the 22, Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard, your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
And a good point there is they were able to connect. Calling the gain of 5 as they move the sticks.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going, and points result. we'll call this play significant.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That is caught at the 7-yard line. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll give him 8 on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and yard. Looking to throw, it's Mahomes. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the 1st down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. They'll run it with Bell, and he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run, and the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks most to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks get them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no return forthcoming for Richard as this will come out to the 25. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
Sometimes I wonder if we're just not looking at Derek Carr and evaluating him the correct way, because this guy's been incredibly reliable. Only 2 missed starts in 6 seasons with the Raiders. His completion percentage topped 70% last year. The only one higher, Drew Brees in New Orleans. The problem, though, it hasn't translated into wins. They move the ball up and down the field, but they don't score enough touchdowns. Derek Carr hoping to remedy that in 2020.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. That is caught by the rookie from Bama. It's Henry Ruggs. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. Going to find his running back here, Richard. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. And the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He'll find Richard here underneath, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. 11 yards there, 1st down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
Now a 1,000-yard rusher is a rookie. It's Josh Jacobs. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
I thought when Josh Jacobs was coming out of the University of Alabama, he was an absolute perfect fit for John Gruden's offense with the Raiders. And it turned out, in this case, I was absolutely right. Led the NFL rookies in rushing a year ago, 1,150 yards. In fact, the only rookie to top the 1,000-yard barrier. This kid is a workhorse who can carry the football in any situation and catch it out of the backfield.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Throw on 2nd and 6. Carr. It's a screen to Richard. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can get you going back the other direction.
Now Carr. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Raiders have taken lead.
But Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front? Give him at least a stalemate in order to find that space.
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't it? Carlson on for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And it'll be a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll have a first down past the 40 as they finally wrangle them in at the 48. 23 yards, the final tally. A little bit of a breakdown there defensively, and the RPO turns into a big chunk play.
And when you think about running offense, the word comes to mind, assignments, right? Because you have to carry those out. But you have to play assignment football on defense, too, against a team that runs these RPOs because everyone has to be in the right place. Who's getting the quarterback? Who's getting the running back? Who's covering the receivers? This will work quite well on that play.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. For the shotgun to give to Bell. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. The business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coaches' 2-minute drill.
It's caught at the 10. And he's going to have us down deep into Vegas territory. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 44 yards.
I know we love our Jets, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely look for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired up. That's a big game. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Love's going to throw. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes with a touchdown pass to Sammy Watkins. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got them down close. I think that big play left them reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it's capped off for the Kansas City touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Jalen Richard now on the return. And it's a pretty good return here, so he'll get this up to the 29. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Cardell on first down. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Pulling on first down is Carr. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The big money man, Chris Jones, getting in there to bring him to the ground.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
And absolutely, and that sack finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Carr down a throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say, we'll see what happens. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Nico Hardman, Pro Bowler last year as a rookie, is deep for KC. They'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4. It continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. They'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Cookman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a strong first half from our quarterback. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will make it into the end zone. And no return forthcoming for Richard as this will come out to the 25. Now comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
It'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan is showing you.
On first down, Carr. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. And he he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Cardell on first down. Pass complete to Richard, the running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards to pick up, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
But remember, they tried to give him the ball, let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in the play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him a more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now the 5th-year running back is Jalen Richard. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. If they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders have moved out in front. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. And he is closing in on the 100-yard mark for the day.
And it appears that he loved the fact that they're going to play this game earlier. You know, daytime, he's out there running around, feeling good about himself. Whatever his prep was coming in, he's able to get out there quick and fire away.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 from the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep out there utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up the second in just about a few inches here. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Now Mahomes. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. They'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Nowhere to turn here. He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The 2nd-year man, Max Crosby, the one who brought him down. The decision that time was to keep it, and not a great one. Once he got out right with the football, there was just nowhere to go.
And I felt bad for his offensive line there because their job is to create creases, right? Create openings. But if those defenders keep their shoulders square to the line of scrimmage and refuse to be budged, that's the end result. No place for him to turn upfield, no chance to gain any yardage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And he finds Seals Jones complete. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the 1st.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Line of scrimmage with 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard, they trail as we start quarter number 4. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 29 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Butker on for the PAT. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting Bader. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Here comes Richard on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth to try to grab that lead back. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll set up to throw in the gun. Reception here by Ruggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On the draw, Richard. And some room to maneuver. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 38 yards on the scamper there.
I know the game continues to evolve, and we have a lot of exotic stuff nowadays. I can't help it. I love a good old-fashioned draw play.
Who's typically fooled on defense on a play like that, a successful draw play?
Typically, it's the defensive line that's fooled because they're just pinning their ears back and going after the quarterback. And once they create some space and you get past them, you usually have a long way to go.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Into the red zone, it's Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he gets receiver hit and hit hard.
Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders have moved out in front. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it two ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You handed it to me again.
But if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Dancing to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. This is Bell. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
We always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. The 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play call, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
So from the 36 down, 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got a 1st down and inside the midfield. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push. And what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Mahomes firing complete. That catch good for only a couple.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Mahomes used to moving quickly in college, trying to get his guys to the line. Back to throw. And brought down, but now before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down. He's been trying all afternoon. He may just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in which you get done. It's the quality, and that's a quality catch right there.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Credit the sack there to Arden Key.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly. He's back to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Eric Harris who picks it. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And a nice job to break free with one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Jacobs. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock. 24 seconds to go in the game. Carr down to a knee, and that'll just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you're on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did it this one. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And, of course, this win a big one. They can hang their hat on this victory on the road against the defending Super Bowl champs.
And you know how difficult it is for the team that wears the crown, because they're going to get everyone's best shot. So let's face it, they circled this game. We're going to go in there and take down the defending Super Bowl champs. This is our opportunity. They're not going to walk out of here with a trophy today, but they will walk out with respect around the league. And to them, that's vitally important.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Kansas City, so long, everybody.
They have the Raiders winners over the Chiefs, 28-21. Got this straight. I'll be back with another video tomorrow. So please like and subscribe. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great day.